So let's just take a moment to reflect and to also be honest. This is something that I think about quite often. As much as we would love to have unity in this world and everybody come together to show love and respect to one another, you know what I'm saying, to lift each other up, being realistic, that's never gonna happen. Unity will never happen amongst the collective of people in this world. Maybe, a small group of people can have unity just in their circle, but a lot of times, even with your small circle, you won't have unity or that real loyalty and be able to trust somebody. It's so many people in the world, and everybody have a different mindset and how they go about life and how they respond to life. You see what I'm saying? And it's like we're longing for something that's not gonna happen. And it's unfortunate. The way I see life, you're either one or two people. You're either the help or you're the hurt. You're the person that comes along in people's life and help them, build them up, or you're the person that come along in somebody's life and hurt them. There's only two. You got to decide which one you want to be and stay there and live in that. You see what I'm saying? Like, just when I think about life, a lot of people are really living in their pain. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people living in that pain and hurt, that bitterness. And they continue to go out here and spew that amongst other people. You see, and like I say, man, it reminds me of the Bible when it talks about the wheat and the tare. When God has to separate the wheat from the tare, the wheat being the good grain and the tare being bad. And that's what's happening. And at this point, I hear a lot of people say we're going to have to separate ourselves. And that's true. I always knew that. And so, the real truth is we've been separating ourselves for years. But it's like it was like a silent separation. It's like now we're coming out saying, nah, we got to separate. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not the same. And we're not. Just like equality, that will never be. Unity, it will never be. Because it's even when you're trying to do good, there are people who hate it. They hate for it. Like if you go and try to build up a community, there's people that will hate it and will destroy it. Even when you hanging out with people and you're trying to build that person up, somebody will be mad and want to destroy it. There are so many people who are locked in on demon time that they won't come out of it. So that's why there'll never be unity. I don't even look for that. I just look for my tribal people. That is it. You see what I'm saying? Because, we it sounds good, but it's not happening. It's never going to happen. Let's be real. And here's another thing that I want to address, and especially when it comes to women. You really gotta start thinking different and moving different. Not saying you're not per se, but somebody else watching this video that needs it. It's like, the situation, the unfortunate incident that happened with the young lady that was hit with a brick because she rejected a dude. Same thing for myself. I had somebody threaten my life. A guy threatened my life because I didn't respond to a DM. I don't even know this person. And the first thing that a person would say is that it costs your life. Don't even know them. And look at that's what I'm talking about. The mentality of a lot of people. It's thousands of these people running loose. And you just got to move different now. And I'm going to just keep it all the way a brick with you. This is just my philosophy and what I live by. These are my numbers. But I would like to call myself the 5%. What I think about the world and a lot of people, it's like 95% of the men and women are running wild. And you got that 5% of people who's holding on to their sanity and have respect for people. They have standards and morals and, so forth. But it's like the 5%ers is what I call us. People with a good heart that, not waking up looking to do wrong to people. Just like, when it come to women trying to date men, like you got to really get out that fairy tale world. Because, sweetheart, Prince Charming ain't around here like that. And if it is, it's hard to find him because he part of the 5%. The number is very low. And the same thing with women. Because a lot of women are turned out by pain. Look at how they behave. Come on now. That's why I call us the 5%ers. It's not a lot of us. Just like, when I think about Russell Wilson, I I didn't even know who he was until I heard a lot of dudes talking down on him, calling him a simp, and he's this and this and that. And I'm just like, so then I found out, okay, this is Sierra's husband. And I'm like, he's a simp or whatever they want to call him or try to degrade him because he actually love his family and, provide and be a great role model for the kids. So that makes him bad. Like I said, the mentality, look around. Everything you do good is bad, and everything bad you do is like, yeah. What they want to see is no dog her out. Show her that you a man. You can get plenty of women. We don't care about nobody. And that's why I say you looking for Prince Charming in this type of society. Good luck. And I mean that. Seriously, good luck. Because the reality is a man has to surrender himself to God. That man has to surrender to God for him to even be what you need. Other than that, he's dangerous. A man without God, to me, is dangerous. He has no discipline. He has nobody that he submits to besides himself and his own thoughts. Self-destruction can be dangerous, especially if you're somebody who's religious. If you're not, okay, cool. But I'm talking to the women that are, religious and they're living by the Bible and they're walking with God. Dangerous to deal with if he has not surrendered to God. But also keep in mind, like I say, that doesn't mean all, but that's that, like 5%ers. But 95% of the other ones, dangerous. You may run into that one man who's a part of the 5%. You may run into that other woman who's part of the 5%. Because them my numbers right there. 95% of the world gone crazy people. It's only that 5% that's holding on. We keeping the lid. The cheese is sliding right off. We're trying to hold it together. Because the first thing people think about is unaliving people. Like it's a no-brainer. Just like I said, I got a guy write me and threaten my life just because I ain't respond to a DM. Don't even know the person. And you think that makes me want to really go out here and date? Whether I believe in God or not, I still have common sense. And that's what you got to have. You can have faith, but also have common sense too. Come on now, look at your climate. I'm just going to say what I'm going to say, and this is real. Women are not loved and respected like that in this world. And here's the thing. You know that because now that you're finally starting to stand up for yourself, to have great things going for yourself, and you're not making yourself so easily accessible, look how that's going. Because the society we live in, you were meant to be easily accessible. And now that you take that away, you're unalived or someone threatens your life. That's real talk. You don't have to agree with it. I know what I see and I know what I know. I don't need you to believe it with me. I know that. I see that. I've seen it growing up. Like I say, unless you meet the man that's part of that 5% that still love and protect women, when he see it, you're dealing with the 95% that don't care nothing about you. See you be assaulted and will record it. Just like the video I seen where dudes dumped the girl into a trash can. Just like the guy I seen who hit the girl in the face with a skateboard because she rejected him. Just like the ones that threatened my life because they wouldn't get a DM back. Strangers I don't know, I get hundreds of messages. I don't know you. But the first thought was to talk about unaliving me. Come on, man. Women are not loved and respected. No matter how you carry yourself as a woman, you can carry yourself just like I do. I don't go out here be acting all wild and crazy. It don't matter how you carry yourself. They think you're supposed to be easily accessible, but I'm not. And like I say, 5%er. The number is getting smaller because even the people who's a part of the 5% who were pure-hearted, the more bad things that happen to them, they get turned out by pain. So then they go out here and be on demon time. So that percentage is getting smaller and smaller. There is some good in the world, some. But right now, the world gonna be forever covered in darkness. So that's why when God come, he said, I'm gonna destroy it with fire. It makes sense now. I used to be like, God, why you want to destroy the world with fire? I kept living. And now I see why. It's necessary because it's evil. You got to move different now. Got to stay prayed up and just keep your guard up, man. And get out that fairy tale world, because it's real demon time out here.